Peace. What's good, my peoples? I'm back at that earlier time. This is what the analytics said. So we here. A1 Drizzy, what up? African Warlord, what's good? Okay, I see my people coming in. See, this is why we got Amsterdam in the house. Shout out to all y'all checking out the World Cup. I know we interrupting that right now. Y'all must really love me to even be here. If you want some soccer shit, football shit, as the rest of the world says. Peace, God. Gary's Garage from Philly checking in. Okay, DC on the check-in. Everybody make sure you click that like button upon entering. Click that share button. Let people know that we live right now. If your first time joining us, make sure you click that subscribe. Hit that notification bell and click all. I mean, I like sports when they get exciting. I said, you don't like football, Lord Jamar? Well, first of all, I haven't been a supporter of organized sports for a long time, man. You know, especially what we call football here in America. Oh, shit, my man Icy Saracen is in the house. He said, peace, Lord. Go Morocco. Okay. You probably think I would be going for Morocco, but, you know, I kind of have to go for France because my family traces back to France. Our last name is Deschales. That's the family name. And that's a French name that traces way back on some French shit. So, yeah, I kind of by default have to go for the French. Rest in peace, Granddaddy IU, first of all. Underground legend, New York legend, very underrated MC who just passed away the other day. And we want to give our condolences and our flowers to our brother, Granddaddy IU. Rest in peace. Peace, God. They said my screen looking foggy. Is it? Does my screen look foggy to y'all? That's what somebody said. Somebody said France is gonna win. Yeah, they scored like right away, man. It's 1-0, man. No motherfuckers. They scored like 5 minutes in. I just turned it on. Oh, score, go. All right, but listen, we're gonna get to. I got my brothers in the house, Dwayne and Dubs. So how did I even get on to these brothers? I don't know. IG. I just started seeing really well produced, really funny, you know, what I guess I would have to describe almost as conscious filmmaking, like brilliant little shorts that were most of them at the time were like we don't want to get banned and all of that, but and this is going to be a hard show. We're going to have to tiptoe around a lot of shit, because these guys is just as controversial as I am. But again, the way they present their stuff is brilliant. Was brilliant. So yeah, a lot of it was just having you think about, getting that bang bang boogie. That see knowledge born. The gods know what I'm talking about when I say see knowledge born. Yeah, and it was just like, yes, thank you. There's some people out here who actually are not just going along with the bullshit. They're actually critical thinkers, and they're actually trying to help other people think critically as well. And I think whenever you deal with certain subjects that are, real touchy, I feel like comedy is a great way to break the ice and be able to introduce certain thoughts and stuff like that. So we're gonna find out today who these guys are. I'm gonna be honest, I just know them from IG. I just love their stuff. I don't know nothing about their background. I have a lot of assumptions that we're gonna get into of where I think they come from and all of that type of shit. And yeah, so let's get to it. The creators of the Bantics Show, ladies and gentlemen, Dwayne and Dubs. Let's welcome them to the Godcast right about now. My brothers.
Hello.
What up, man?
What's going on, man?
Lord Jamar.
How are you, brother?
Well, good, man. Thanks for inviting us on, man.
Yeah, man.
Oh, man. Thanks for coming on, man. I like to think of myself as a purveyor of talent, like someone who's able to spot talent early, whether it's rappers, comedians, filmmakers. Like I'm telling you, I just have that. I just know, you know what I mean? And trust me, y'all guys are gonna be big one day. You know what I mean? That being said, because I just know my shit. So I mean, what do you guys consider yourselves? Comedians, filmmakers first? Because I feel like, I'm going to take a shot in the dark and say that you guys probably went to film school.
Nah.
Now you're really busting my head. All right, here was the fantasy that I created. You guys went to film school together, and you was learning that, but like your sensibilities were a little different than everybody else's, and they wanted to make regular stuff, and your stuff was a little, what they might call to the left. And so y'all just took what y'all learned from film school and started making your own videos.
Lord Jamar thought with some cornball ass.
You met in college, like in film college or some shit. No? No, are you telling me that y'all? Because I want to play some of the shit, your stuff. See, for somebody that really knows about this, your really lighting and all of that, we need to get into this shit. Then, if y'all are not trained, what's the fucking story?
I would say that we both people that have got the eye and the ear. We're just people that enjoyed watching films like everybody else, but we really analyzed it throughout the years.
They just click. We actually get the films and the different angles. Dwayne's really good with the lighting. I can't lie. He's the man. He introduced me to the lighting.
Yes. So my background as well, because I was an animator. I used to do cartoons and things like that. So I like editing and stuff like that. So that's where that comes into it with that. So yeah, man. But together we just click really well. And obviously been conscious for a while, and it's hard not to put that into what we're doing. We can't just ignore certain things that are going on in the world and just do comedy and the bullshit. You know what I mean? We have to speak about certain topics and try and make it funny as well.
Yeah.
Now, when you say conscious for a while, right? I'm hearing myself back or something on your
from
your speaker or something like that.
Right there.
Is that him too?
It might be. Let me just
should put on the headphones.
Yeah, putting on headphones.
Yeah. There we go.
How's that?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
So when you say conscious for a while, you guys are from London?
Nah, not even from London. We're from Birmingham,
England,
which is
Birmingham
in England.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's about 2 hours away from London.
Yeah.
You know, to us,
You think, Americans think London is everywhere in London.
It's all the same. Like, you know what I mean? But yes, break it down. Okay, y'all from Birmingham. And Birmingham would be a little more black, yes?
About the same.
Yeah,
It's
about the
there's
same.
quite a lot of black people in both. To be
It's
fair.
just it's like London is New York, Birmingham's Philly or something. You know what I mean? Like the distance or something. I don't know. You know what I mean? That kind of.
But you still have ghettos and all of that.
Oh
and,
yeah, definitely.
a disparity in incomes and all of that, like kind of like
100%.
America and shit like that. Yeah, I've been to Brixton, and I'm sure I've been there before. Just a long time ago. I haven't been there in a while.
Yeah, myself.
So what kind of knowledge were y'all soaking up coming up in Birmingham? Like when you say conscious, like what was the conscious influence that y'all was soaking up?
Like a lot of it was like the ancient African history. Like I would watch a lot of Ashraf Kwesi DVDs, and I'd pass them to Dubs, and he would be on that kind of thing. You know what I mean?
I've been watching whole heap of stuff, man. Jamar Setti, Young Pharaoh, like Ashraf Kwesi, Dr. Ben, all of like the greats. You know,
y'all grew up together?
Nah, not really. But
we didn't grow up. But
known each other about how long?
How many years now?
8 years now.
Yeah.
8, 9 years. Yeah. But it's weird because we know a lot of the same people, and so it's hard that it's funny that we haven't run into each other earlier. You know what I mean?
It's funny because I did like some comedy videos in I think about. My players.
You turn them up?
Huh?
Yeah.
Turn them up.
Carry on.
Okay, you said you did some comedy videos.
I don't know how to turn it up. Yeah, I did some comedy videos with one of my other friends in like 2010 when I was about 18. So I went to college and I did media in college when I was 16, and then I bought a Mac. Well, my dad bought me a Mac, and I was able to edit my videos on there, like comedy videos. And then I stopped doing that. And did you hollered my friend, didn't it?
So I tried to get in contact with one of his friends that I knew did a bit of acting, because I was trying to get into videography and things like that. And then he didn't want to do it. Then he put me into contact with Dubs. And from there, literally, we've just been rocking.
We made some short film back then, and put it on some platforms, some comedy platforms, because it was like a short comedy film about.
What was the name of it?
Called Fine Dining.
And what was it about?
It wasn't on no conscious tip. It was just
it wasn't.
Just what was it about?
It was just a regular like. Fine Dining. What was it? So long ago now.
No, but you wrote it.
I know. So like, so it was just about a couple that's together, and one guy, which was Dubs, he just wanted to do the bare minimum for his girl. His girl wanted to be taken out to a fancy restaurant.
She wanted to see it being made. She was like saying, "Oh, I want to go to one of them fancy restaurants where you see it being made," and then.
The punchline of the whole thing is that he takes her to Subway and watches.
Right.
So from that, people was like, "Oh, we want to see more." So
that got about 1 million views on
that platform. Yeah.
Whoa.
So that gave us a lot of inspiration to carry on doing it. Do you know what I mean?
And then we made a part 2 to that as well, where we introduced like an actual restaurant. So he actually takes her on a date to the restaurant, but then. What happens on the restaurant now? It's like some issues happen, and Dwayne's actually, it was just me and that girl in that short film, but then Dwayne actually had a character in it as well. So he was playing the waiter.
That was my first time trying to get in front of the camera, because that's kind of what I wanted to do. I was all right with writing and videoing and stuff, but I thought, let me try and get in front of the camera, see what I can do.
Right.
So from then, that was
where I
started.
And you played the policeman as well. And it's funny. It's a funny video.
Try and search up.
Yeah, if people can see it. But yeah, and then after that, we did a police series as well. I know.
Yeah, so like we play police characters, kind of taking the piss out of them.
Yeah,
like
one. He's like a white police officer who's racist.
He's racist,
like clearly racist. I'm like a newbie, and then one of my friends is like a hood. He's like a hood police officer, so he's in the interview and he's saying no comment to like when he's being interviewed to his own
as a police officer.
Right.
So the interviewer is asking him questions. He's like, no comment.
Yeah. like you'd say, I plead the fifth kind of thing, you know?
Right.
So
and this is all like English, like British. It's straight British.
Yeah.
Because real quick, I guess to go on a sidetrack, for years now, a lot of British actors have been coming over to America and doing English accents and like taking these roles from like American actors. What do you think that's all about? So I have my idea of why I think they're doing it.
The English actors going over to America and taking like the American roles. So like,
I mean, and they're pretty good at it. A lot of times they do the English, the American accent pretty well to where you didn't even know. Like, like the first time I went on the set of Oz and my man that plays Saeed started talking regular, and I was like, "Get the fuck out of here!" Like I had no idea.
But you see, with us, like we grew up. Like I'm 37, Dobbs is 31. We grew up. Everything we watched was American. Like, there was nothing for us back in the day, like from music to TV shows. Everything we just grew up watching Fresh Prince, everything American.
The Wood,
so like
these hood classics and that.
Sometimes talking American for us is just second nature. When we joke around, we're always talking either in an LA or New York accent. Like fuck out of here.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? That's
it just comes out.
That's what we do. Like we just can't help it.
But it's probably, I reckon it's probably to do because it's cheaper, maybe.
Yeah.
Cheap. They have cheaper.
Why? Why would it be cheaper to bring y'all from over the fucking pond to come over here to fucking act like somebody that's from right here?
No, it's true.
And teach them the proper sounds and.
Yo, what's so crazy is, so I was on the set of For Life. You know that TV show?
Oh yeah,
For Life. 50 Cent produced it. And the star of that is from over there.
Oh, I know you're on about. Yeah. I know you're on about. He was in Top Boy over here.
So there was a guy over there on set, and he was like the vocal coach or whatever.
Yeah.
Like to make sure that people that, you know, not just him, I guess there was somebody else, had the proper accent. And this dude told me that in his class, he said he would sometimes play clips of me.
No way.
For his students for a New York accent. That's my word. I'm like, that's crazy. Word.
Maybe you need to search up doing that for a professional.
Yeah, but see, I'd love to go to the other side.
You can coach us, baby.
To the other side.
Man, you can coach us.
An American actor and do an English accent.
Yeah.
Go on, do it again.
Cool, innit?
Do it again.
In it?
Innit?
Because I know a couple of English people that just like everything was like
in it. You know what I mean?
It's just everything is like a question. Like they finish it off with a question. Like I'm like, what's that about? Like it looks real good, innit? Done it? Like I guess
Yeah.
You feel me?
Like, right. So I think we should do some cross collateralization. You know what I mean? Let me come over there and I'll do an English accent. Y'all come over here and do an American accent.
Yeah, no doubt.
So yeah, like how did y'all? I just feel like y'all do what y'all do at a high level. What's a good video that I could play where we probably wouldn't get flagged? Would it be the last one that we did, huh?
You could do the last one. You could do the Balenciaga one.
The Balenciaga, I played that.
Yeah.
Paid in full one, isn't it?
Yeah, Paid in Full. We're talking American.
Remember that one?
Coronavirus. This is actually when we didn't know properly about coronavirus then.
We was kind
of. Oh, whoa.
Can't even say that actually.
Don't even fucking say it. You know what I mean? Because I'm scared.
Yeah. You right, man. You right, man.
They did some shit to my channel a couple of weeks ago where I couldn't post for like, I don't know. Felt like a month or some shit like that.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
So I'm on your IG right now. I'm just kind of.
It might be if you could
scrolling.
Right far down.
You said it's far down.
Would it be easier to go to YouTube? You go to YouTube, you could just put
the
Bantics Show paid in full, and it should be the top one.
Okay, hang on a second. Yeah, because I want people to see like the editing, the lighting, and the shits are just funny. Like so yeah, it's not just your it's not just the content that y'all are trying to be conscious or whatever. And this is what I tell people, even like with music and all of that. Like it's not being I think I remember this. It's not being conscious for conscious sake. Yeah. Like your shit has to be good. Yeah. It has to be at a high level. Now, is there any music in here that's going to get us flagged or anything like that? Should we be good?
Just be like,
it's like the paid in full soundtrack.
They're gonna that music is in there.
Yeah, you probably just play it forward a bit to cut out the title.
Yeah, cut out the title,
and then you should be all right after that.
Okay, because these bastards, you know how they do. Ooh.
That was a legal amount. That was a legal.
Yeah. That's the legal amount by law. All right. So after the title, there's no more music.
You see us.
We're talking over it.
In the
You're talking over the music.
Yeah.
All right. We're gonna cross our fingers, yeah.
We love to steal. We just like using all the good music.
Hopefully,
authentic.
I mean, this is a 6-minute joint right here. We're gonna just come in towards the beginning, and we're gonna give you an idea what the brothers do. Ladies and gentlemen, paid in full, Bantic style. Hang on, let me share my screen and all that shit.
This was the coronavirus.
You can't say that, dog.
Yeah, it was the seasickness.
Yeah,
seasickness.
Seasickness.
You got seasick, huh?
Yeah. When we thought that seasick was crazy, man.
That seasick was crazy. All right, here we go. Whoa.
Kelvin got locked up.
You taking his place? Oh, man, forget it.
Wait.
It's Ace Boogie.
Come on, B. I'm about to shit myself in this motherfucker, man. You better get your ass out there, get some more.
Yeah, this is when everyone's going crazy over that tissue roll.
Man.
Yeah.
This shit's soft as hell.
Yeah. Yeah, come back tomorrow, man. Have some hand sanitizer too.
I bet, man. Roll it up, man.
Started making a lot of money in the streets, man. We started getting a dick. Buying way more than they needed. You know, a nigga like me, man. I ain't listening to no lockdown. I was out here making this money, you know what I'm saying? And I messed around and caught that shit.
Niggas get sick every day, B. Be alright, nigga. You tough, right?
I'm out, Rico. You understand what I'm saying? Look at me. I got tissue on my head, baby. My body different. I'm breathing different. doctor said I gotta self-isolate for 7 days, man. You understand what I'm saying? I'm out.
Yo, hey, pull your skirt down, B. The streets is missing you, yo. You gonna give up all this shit, man? Huh?
Yo, hey, man, it's like this, man. We down to our last 2 rows, man. Shit is drying up on these streets. And shit is drying up in their asses, too, because they can't wipe. Niggas ain't wiping, B. It's getting real nasty out here.
I know what floats A's boat.
I know what float A's boat.
This motherfucker.
You know what you're doing, man.
Oh, shit.
Come on, man. You need to give up the connect, man.
Hey, look, man. We know the hand sanitizer's hot on the streets. We out here every day. We just gotta take it easy. Wash the hands. Sing happy birthday twice. We'll be all right.
It's like, what are we waiting for, B? You got motherfuckers running around with the Andrex, super soft quilted and shit, hand sanitizers. What the fuck were you doing, man? You gotta give it a connect, man.
Put me next to Mr. Whipple.
You just need a little more rest, man. Get you some soup, some tea. Get this nigga a thermometer. All right?
What?
Mitch started having problems at home.
We did
Making all
this
money,
scene
man.
about a million.
You know what I'm saying? Jealousy stopped kicking
We
in.
stop laughing.
Well. They Lou roll wiping bitch.
What you doing here, eh? You ain't supposed to be here, man. You're supposed to be quarantined for 14 days.
You the one that sold me the goddamn tissue to wipe my ass with.
I sold you the tissue so you can make money. You forgetful motherfucker. You wiped your ass. You fucked up.
I fucked up?
You fucked up.
No. You fucked up. You don't even get your mama no real tissue. She using the store brand to wipe her ass.
Get the fuck out of here, man. Get the fuck out of here. I don't want to see you out here again. I'll see you here again. You dead.
Ran out, man. The toilet rolls ran out, man. Think about my son. Can't even wipe his ass, man. Using newspaper. Washing his ass in the sink, B. I'm up here on some real hygiene shit. Anybody who's ever coughed in my direction, don't wash their hands. It's getting sprayed. Fucking sprayed, man. Disinfected, man. I got 14 rolls for you, man. Your son can wipe his ass. His ass ain't gonna be dirty no more. Yeah, get you straight, man. We gonna get some tissue, man. Some real nice Andrex tissue, man. Soft as shit, man. Yeah, good looking, man. Premium shit.
Is that some British shit? Anthrax? We ain't got that over here. I don't know. What that is.
Andrex.
Yeah, he's British to be fair.
Yeah, man. And listen, man, I know you're struggling right now, B. You know what I'm saying? Anything you need, I got you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, it's good, man. Good looking, because I got these 14 rolls right here, man. We get rid of these, man. Get my business back on track, man. Business loans, man, for the government. Fucking me up, man.
You look at that
14 rolls
bitch.
right there?
Yeah, man. Once the coronavirus finish, man, hand sanitizers, man. So, we gonna be right the fuck back home, man. We gonna be right the fuck back home. What is this bleach?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
That was great.
Thanks,
Thank you,
man.
thank you,
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate
That
it.
was great.
We had Mackay 5 comment on it as well. And and
really?
yeah.
Yeah, a lot of the cast was turned out watching it.
What's the name? What's the main guy's name?
I can't remember his name.
What's the
Wood Harris.
His name? Yeah.
He actually reposted it.
Wow.
I was like, wow, that's the
man,
big props.
Shout out Wood. Yeah, that's
man.
the homie. He a good dude.
I think it was you that started it all off, though.
Yeah,
because you're the guy that's been resharing our stuff in the States the most.
man.
So appreciate that, man.
Big time, man.
I think that's the way they seen it.
I mean, yeah, you're welcome, man. I hope, you know what I mean? When I put stuff up, it's because I really feel it. I really feel like it's worth being seen. And I hope that other people take note of it. You know what I mean? I've had certain rappers, my man RJ Payne, you know, he was just out there just struggling. And I just started reposting some of his joints because I felt like, you know, he was worth it. And man, now people like Eminem have recognized him.
No way.
You know, like it's crazy. Like, yeah. So I definitely feel like y'all remind me of like, if y'all had money behind y'all or some shit, you know, y'all would be in like that In Living Color space.
Yo,
if you had a fucking network behind you and really was able to do what you want, I feel like, you know, like some Keenan Ivory Wayne. Is that any kind of
that'd be crazy. That'd be amazing.
Look up to those guys. Who do you look up to when it comes to like filmmaking, comedy, and all of that type of shit? Like, who are your influences?
Yeah, man, it's definitely the usual suspects. You know, Eddie Murphy, the Wayans brothers. It is a lot of the American
he's
comedians,
heavily American influenced. Like the sketches, even like Key and Peele. To be fair, we've been compared to them.
Because they're quite cinematic with their sketches and stuff, so we get compared to them quite a lot. So that's good. But yeah, we're trying to
big compliment,
get to a stage where we can try and get some funding and take it from just being a social media.
Because literally, when we do it, it's literally just us two filming, editing. Like if I'm not in it, then Dwayne's behind the camera. If it's not Dwayne, then it's me, kind of thing. So
there's no team. Like we are. We do everything.
Literally everything.
What you see is just from us two completely. You know what I mean?
You know, I need to play the newest one as well.
Yeah, man.
Where's that? That's on YouTube as well?
Yeah.
Okay, hang on a second. Because I need to like name of it. But let me hang on. Bantics Show.
Yeah, Bantics Show.
Okay, there we go. Now I had got I don't think it was, I think it might have been for something else. Do you have anything from Spin Magazine in here? Is there any images from Spin Magazine within this thing?
Nah, but if there was, it would have been like totally like.
Y'all didn't get a strike for putting this up, right?
Nah.
All right, so then this wasn't it. I know what it was. It was when I played this little sneaker thing and they had some music playing. That was the problem. Okay, so I want to just play this because to me, this is where, you know, the lighting and all of that type of shit really fucking shines, man. When you fucking walk into that secret satanic room or whatever, like, where are you getting your locations and all of this type of shit?
This
like
guy,
the
the genius.
Let's just watch this and then we're gonna talk about it. But I'm like, hold the fuck up. Like, fucking Hollywood shit. Like this fucking guy, this is what makes me think. And just everything that you know, I'm one of these guys too, though. I studied TV and film without any, you know, and was able to do that. I've directed shit and all of that too. That's how I know what the fuck you're doing is not some simple shit. Like you really know what the fuck you're doing. It's crazy. All right, let's play this one as well. Because I really want y'all to appreciate that one was good, but I feel like your lighting game on this latest one
The latest one is I'd reckon it's up there. To be fair, it's like one of our best sketches.
It's one of your best, definitely lighting wise. That shit was funny, and it's shorter, so don't worry, it's not gonna be 6 minutes, y'all. But shit, I enjoyed that whole thing. I enjoyed watching that whole thing, y'all.
That's what we try to do, man. Just make it a good watch and get away from the 10-second TikToks and all that.
Yeah,
right. And again, like the subject matter that y'all dealing with, and the fact that y'all using humor to break through, like that's a formula. That's a science.
Yeah.
Like, please understand that. Part of the reason that the alphabet people, the LGBT and all this type of shit, the reason why they were able to get so far is because early on they used comedy. They used comedy to break through. Like, if you didn't like them, I don't like those type of but they, they're pretty funny though. Like they always put them in a light that was funny, and you kind of, if you didn't like them all, you messed with this one because this one was funny.
Well, he's funny though, right?
Yeah.
And even ones that you might see in daily life, like ones that are in the hood and all of that, like back then they was real funny. Like they were funny. So they made sure they were funny and that they had money. Those are the two things that they made sure of. And that's how they broke through with some shit that you didn't even want to hear. Honestly. So this is how we're gonna have to break through with a lot of shit that they don't want to hear. You know what I mean? Is with good old comedy. Like because it touches certain shit where you just can't front. Like if it's funny, it's funny. You can't front on something that's truly funny, and the way y'all do it, it's so well done.
Even with this latest one, it's not even super funny, but it's got the enough funny for you to like
our characterization,
for you to appreciate the whole message,
right? Because when I played it last time, I noticed most of the comments were like, these dirty mother, you know what I mean? Like, they were more outraged at what y'all were trying to take a piss at. But it's not that it's overly funny, or, you know. But then again, I don't like when people try to be overly funny. Like each thing will dictate how it should go. You know what I mean? Like, you shouldn't try to be heavy-handed with whatever it is that you're trying to do.
When we was recording it, we was like, oh man, is this too serious? And it was like, I don't know, but
I was like, nah, man, we'll put a joke in. Put a
couple of jokes in there.
Right. The way we edited it, put on the hood and just the way you were like, that's what they want you to think. That's where it's like, okay, this is supposed to be funny, but shit is kind of serious too.
Exactly.
So let's get into this one about these ball is king ass motherfuckers. And make no mistake about it, like when you're dealing with so much money and advertisement, like they know the science to every little thing. Like they know that certain colors are gonna sell. So nothing is getting by them. There's no tape that accidentally spells ball that just happened to get pad and images of children. That doesn't happen to just accidentally be up there. So
they understand human psychology, how the brain interprets certain things, whether it's like you said, the colors or symbols, and they talk through symbols.
All of that. So let's get into this one. And I want y'all again to like really. Oh, what's up, Miss Ravioli? I see you. I want y'all to really pay attention to the editing, to the lighting, all of it. You know what I mean? Not just the content. I want y'all to really pay attention to how it's put together. All right, here we go.
Yes, Stubbs, what going on?
What's going on, Dwayne?
Oh,
What are you doing wearing that monstrosity?
What are you on about, man? This trip's cold, blood. What are you talking about?
Yeah, dripping in the cold blood of innocent children. What? Get in here now, before anyone sees you. I've been tracking these satanic bastards for years, and now it's finally coming to light.
This right here.
Welcome to Conspiracy Corner.
Now, come on. Hold the fuck up. Stop. Stop. Hold the fuck. Look at that shot just right there where I stopped it at right here. Look at the quality. I mean, you could see you could feel the wood. Like, this shit is crazy. Like the way it's lit. Look at how his face, like, one side is dark, but the other side is lit. You have depth
that mood
to
lighting,
the lighting, like certain parts. I don't know if you could see my thing, damn, but like I'm pointing to like where you have this darker sides on the left side of the frame. Then in the middle, it's lit. I mean, oh my goodness! Like when you come in. And you're like looking at the shit, and the shit is like lighting back on your face, on Dwayne's face. Where's that shot at? God damn. Let's go back to that just one more time. Hang on. This shit is crazy.
Now you did that.
Welcome to Conspiracy Corner.
Boom. Like look how he's walking in like, what the fuck? And look at the glow of this weird ass shit that he got in here is glowing back on him. Like this is all attention to detail. Like how that back fucking cabinet or whatever is lit, all of this shit. Like all of these little trinkets and shit that you got in here, like,
you know,
where the fuck are y'all? Where did you do this?
We here, man.
Right
we right here, man. Shit.
Like
green screen.
Oh, so this is awesome green screen? Are you fucking serious?
Yeah, man. We ain't got a lot of money, man. We got
to work on a budget, baby. We work in my goddamn living room. That's where we work. All these
so we are in an age where green screen can look like this.
Imagine if we had budget. Imagine if we had some funding behind us, man.
This is what I'm. We gotta get y'all some funding,
man.
This is part of it,
oh my
bro.
Lord, if you did, man.
Listen, we putting this into the universe because I'm telling you, y'all. But see, you can't fucking forget about me.
Oh,
okay.
Hey, never.
You can't fucking forget about me. I'm the one.
You're the first
fucking
one.
Believed in y'all. And knew. And I need to be tied in. Once the bags start coming in, I need a bag. I need to be associated with ongoing bags and all that type of shit. I can trust me. I'm a producer / I have a great eye. Like, trust me, I understand this shit as well. I want in. I'm down to acting your shit, all of that shit. I'm telling you, because y'all are those guys. It's gonna happen for y'all. I know it.
That's big, man. That's big, man.
So yeah, let's put that in the air. These guys need funding. Like we need real funding to do a film. Now, let's say you had somebody came with funding tomorrow. Do you have an idea of something larger scale that you would want to do?
We've got a comedy series. Called it's centered around like cryptocurrency and how you kind of
it's like literally two friends, and it's like one of them, like a feel goody kind of film where they're on the journey to making money, making
want to be rich,
different kind of money, something, what they're in debt, I don't want to go too much into it because we're still finalizing it. We've wrote a couple of episodes of it, So, but yeah, it's funny though. We've got it already written, and we've already when we write stuff, we can picture it being like we can picture it already being made while we're writing it. And it like when we speak, we would like bounce off each other while we're like describing it. I'll be describing part of it, and then you'll be like finishing the part where I'm already going. So we're very in sync like that. But yeah, man, we've got a couple of things.
There's a lot of ideas there, man. We just need. It's like we're saving them because it needs a big budget.
Yeah,
we don't want to do everything on green screen when it deserves. It deserves the drones and the
right and the crane and all of that type of shit. Shout out to Big Heck. Well, what are you? Because you guys obviously are the epitome of like do it yourself, and you're doing the best you can do with the resources you have. So what are you shooting with? What are you using to shoot? What kind of cameras? Like, you know what I mean?
That's what we got right now.
A Canon 6D.
Canon 6D.
That's the first Mark 1.
We got a little mic with no battery right here, man. We need some funding for a new battery.
Man.
Okay.
Battery. We need a new battery. Hey, let's get him the battery fund.
We got bits and bobs all over the place.
Things that I've accumulated over the years. Got like
so you record mainly on one camera, or you got multiple cameras? And if
I've
you
got
have
multiple cameras,
we've got multiple cameras, but we
tend to just
but
do it
it's
on
the
one
same camera, multiple of the same. Yeah, that's how it should be.
Yeah, man.
And so you're doing your own sound, own lights.
We fuck up on the sound sometimes. Shit.
Yeah, listen, that's why we need a team, because a lot of sketches I've come to edit it and there ain't no sound. We ain't recording.
It's crumbling, and we're like, yo, we gotta do that again.
I'm like,
we gotta do it again.
Record it again. So we know what we're doing, but we make mistakes because we gotta do everything.
Yeah,
we gotta wear all that.
Right.
And blur, like if
shots.
Yeah, man. We did a sketch, and we did the whole sketch, and it was funny. Which sketch was that? Was that the Ronaldo sketch?
Yeah, what the one in the jungle.
Yeah, we did one about we've got a show over in the UK called I'm a Celebrity.
Somebody said you fund them, Lord. I still need funding, goddammit.
He with the funding with us. He on our team.
He on our team, baby.
I would fund them. Like, you know what I mean? There's so many projects that if I had the funding to do it correctly and all of that, like, it would be crazy. Like, I want to start a conscious record label. You know what I mean? With conscious artists, we need that right now. That's a segment of the population that's being neglected. You know what I mean? And if I was to sign some film dudes, you know what I mean, y'all would be my film arm of the conscious, you know what I mean, on some conscious film shit. And then we'd show people that you can make money in this genre and all of that. There's actually a market for this. And now that would encourage other people with talent to not feel like they have to do all the bull, you know, all the nonsense. I can't recall you guys ever putting on a dress or anything like that.
That's those kind of things
in one of your skits.
I was literally watching.
We're not doing that,
I was watching the video today, and it was talking about that, and you was actually one of the people that was talking about it, like saying when they say to put on a dress, and it's like a video with all of the loads of celebrities when they've said about the dresses. Dave Chappelle saying about it, and loads of them put on it. It's like a what do you think it is? It's a ritual, like
it's a humiliation ritual.
Yeah.
It's especially for the black man. You know, they have to break us down. We are the ones that are, you know, looked at as the stereotype of strength and, you know, virility. And better way to break you down and you know, embarrass you and everything else is to have you put on a dress, you know. And now, you know, in movies, that's not even enough for them, you know. Now they're gonna ask you to get raped and shit. Like think of a man like Ving Rhames, right? Ving Rhames. Like, I loved Ving. The first time I ever saw Ving Rhames in a movie was he played this guy Sin Q in the Patty Hearst story. You ever seen that movie?
Oh yeah, Bing Rames.
No.
Oh yeah.
So the
Baby
Patty
Boy.
Hearst story,
Yeah, I haven't watched that one though.
yeah, that was a really good movie. A lot of people haven't seen it, but he played like a black revolutionary in that movie, you know, and he did a great job. But you know, he was disrespecting the white girl Patty Hearst and all that type of shit. I think they was, you know, they was having turns, fucking her, and all kind of crazy shit. So he went from playing that to now in what was it, Pulp Fiction or one in the can, you know, he was strong, you know, he was the strong gangster dude who ended up getting the ball in his mouth and getting raped by the fucking sick white police dudes. You know what I mean? And he said, you know, and at the you get on out of here, I'm gonna get biblical on their ass, you know. But he had to get raped. Like a strong black man who once was in a film representing the leader of the Symbionese Liberation Army, a black revolutionary. You see, we've destroyed that image, that frame of reference that they gave you of this man, you know, who's a very diesel strong man. And now we've done shit like that to them. And then after that, they put him in a dress, you know, and now he just does the voiceovers for Arby's. You know, he gets mad paper to do that, to where they don't even want you to see, you know, they don't even want you to see him no more.
Yeah.
And they're just paying him off by letting him do the Arby's commercials. And I hope he don't get mad if he sees this, because I love Ving Rhames, but
it's
cold, you know,
it's cold.
Yeah, like I feel like, yeah, they fucked him up. You know what I mean?
Hollywood was like, man, no, we can't be having that now.
Right. And we have to make sure that people that, you know, come in the game with good intentions, and especially that want to be what we would call conscious and all of that they're supported and that they're, you know, that they're taken note of, and that they get the chances that all these, you know, buffoons be getting. You know what I mean? Like we need opportunities too.
Yeah.
You know? And I'm telling you, you guys, your writing, everything, the way you do your shit is top notch. And, you know, and I'm sure, like you said, with funding, it could be even better, but y'all are doing it at a very high level with just what you have right now. And y'all definitely need to be commended for that. For real, for real.
That, man. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that.
I mean, I know you got to spend a little bit of money on this shit. Like, what do you guys do to get money? Do y'all work regular jobs and type shit, or like?
So I got just a regular job. I do like video work and animations and stuff like that. So that's the kind of thing where it's I need to make the leap and quit my job and just go hammer it full time.
Right.
Or, you know what I mean? It's just that's what's keeping a roof over my head at the moment. Bantics ain't.
Yeah.
So it's about just making that shift. And you know what I mean?
Tell me about the name, the Bantics Show. Why did you name it the Bantics Show?
It's like, I'm not sure what do you know what banter means?
Banter?
Yeah.
Yes, that's like chit chat. Like
yeah. So in the UK, it's like banter's like if you was taking the piss out of someone, like joking or situations.
Yeah.
And we've like made that banter and antics. So it's like we're just the Bantics. We do the Bantics Show.
Yeah. So
banter and antics. Show. We got it. We can understand that.
And myself, for work wise, I've got like a photo booth business. So I don't know whether you've been to like parties or weddings or whatever, and they've had like a photo booth where it prints out the photos. You go inside it and it prints out. So I've got a couple of them. So that's what I do at the moment. So yeah, I'm just waiting for Dwayne to quit his job, man.
We can do this full time.
Shout out to Icy Saracen. He said, any similarities between Black British comedy and Black American comedy, or are there differences? Thank you, Icy
You know what?
Saracen.
When we write things, we write them in an American accent sometimes, and then when we say it in the English accent, it's not funny anymore.
It's funny, man.
It's like, oh man, because I wrote it in an American accent, like, man, get the fuck out of here. But when they say, oh, get the fuck out of here, it don't sound good. It don't have that hit. You know what I mean? But between the Black British comedy and Black American comedy, I would say, who are Black British comedians?
So
we've got Mo Gilligan.
Yeah, Mo Gilligan is quite a big comedy figure over here.
I'd say yeah now, because the whole world is kind of like everyone's just biting from each other now.
I see Americans are like being more receptive of the UK kind of. It seems to be the culture.
Well, that's part of how we started this interview, where they kind of have been pushing certain artists from over there.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why I think it is because you know, these same fuckers that gave us the, you know, pandemic and all that type of shit, they have this idea of they want to create a world government.
Globalization.
It's the whole globalization shit. So America has already proliferated into damn near every culture. Like when you go to any country, they all watch American TV in some kind of way. Like, you know what I mean? So now they need more of the rest of the world, and the British Empire is like, you know, number one on the list as far as trying to push that whole energy of world fellowship. Yeah, part of the world fellowship. They want us to have love for people from over there, and you know, and it's already vice versa. Like people over there already love American actors. We just now have to love y'all actors and shit like that. And part of y'all doing that is tricking us into thinking that they're from America. Like Idris Elba was on The Wire.
On The Wire, yeah.
Nobody knew he was fucking British until, you know, later on, shit. Then it was like, oh shit, Idris Elba. You know, it was just like, you know, okay. So yeah, I definitely feel like it's part of that whole, you know, let's try to bring the world together, and you know, and this is why now they'll have like those Korean boy bands and shit like that are popular in America. I don't know. It's probably popular in the UK too, but they're definitely popular over here with the little girl.
I don't know, different circles maybe. Different circles.
And it's like,
I don't know about that shit, man.
Like, really? Y'all screaming for these little Korean boys? Like, I've never seen y'all do that over here. Like to any, you know. That's just it's just some weird shit. But it's very, very weird. That's part of why I think they're doing it. And also, I've always noticed that an English accent is always supposed to represent intelligence.
Is it?
Well, that's the way they portray it.
Yeah.
And they always portray like in the future and like aliens. If you talk to an alien from the future, they're probably gonna have a British accent.
Yeah.
British sounding accent.
It's real weird. You know what I mean?
That's an agenda in itself, because
that's an
ain't nobody heard no goddamn alien talk. Alien people be talking.
First of all, that's all bullshit. Oh, yeah. Here's what I wanted to ask y'all, because y'all are on the right side of damn near everything when it comes to your viewpoints. So let me ask you this, and I think I saw something that gives me an idea of what the answer will be. Earth, flat or round?
I knew he was gonna ask that. You know, I don't know.
Earth, flat or round?
This is where I think I have a disagreement on. Go ahead.
Go ahead. We can talk about it.
You go ahead.
I've listened to both sides of the story, and I think Flat Earth make a compelling argument. They make some the videos and things like that. Is like it's had me thinking, damn. But then I don't see the why. What's the why? Why are they faking?
Why to take God out of the equation, to make you feel insignificant, to make you feel like everything doesn't revolve around you. You know, when they used to say, you act like the world revolves around you, because it does. You see, to make you feel like you have to hustle in order to survive and shit like that. If you knew that this world was actually created for you and everything is here that you need, you don't have to fucking go to work in order to eat and shit like that. Food grows out of the ground, off of the trees, like literally, like you don't have to be in the rat race and shit like that. You don't have to live this artificial lifestyle that they make you feel like you have to live. I'm on here arguing with my co-host. She's telling me about abortion. You know, people have to abort children because of financial reasons. Like, that's all a mind fuck. Yeah. Like, the world was created to give you everything that you need, and they want to take the creator out of creation. They want you to believe that this all happened by an accident, and any intelligent person would know, just by the structure of the human body, just by how your hand alone, fuck the rest of your body, just the mechanics of your hand is so complex that there's no fucking way that this can be an accident of an explosion, which usually destroys things. Now an explosion is creating things, and dust turns into this, and that turns it. It's all bullshit.
You can't
it's
get
all a lie to take the creator out of creation and to make you feel insecure with your existence. That's part of the why. Also, it helps to control. It helps to control you. It helps to subliminally control you. Now I can tell you all kinds of shit. The whole reason why they were able to lie to us about the Bang Bang Boogie and all of that is because we believe in germ theory.
Yeah.
We, instead of, because there's other theories, instead of exosomes and the belief that that things start inside your body. We believe in Louis Pasteur, who is just the better marketer than this other guy named Beauchamp.
Who actually said the terrain is everything.
Thank you. So you know the science of what I'm talking about. Yeah. So the only reason we even believe that masks are going to save you and all of that is because Louis Pasteur, was a better marketer, just like Con Edison did better than Tesla. That's the only reason we don't have free energy right now, and that's another thing. To hide free energy is part of it. There's multiple reasons. There's not just one why. You know what I mean? But to know about flat Earth is to know how far they'll go with the lie, and it'll let you know that they're all in on it. All governments, they know what this shit is really, that it's not really a ball. They're lying to you about going to outer space. They're lying to you about so many things at a fundamental level. Dinosaurs never fucking existed. One creature cannot transform into another. It's not possible. There's adaptation of one creature can, have different feathers when it goes into a different geological location. It'll change color or something like that, but it's not going to turn into a whole different species. That's a fucking lie. So now evolution is also to make you believe that anything that comes later is better, that as we go along, you see things get better. So the white man knows that he wasn't here in the beginning. So he has to say that he's part of evolution, so that he came about 6,000 years ago. And so he's the better man if we believe in evolution.
Facts.
It's true. And even the diagrams show melanated people, whether they're not even the humanoid, like ape looking. Don't have no black people there though.
Yeah, it's never the monkey did the ape and all that, and then it's just white man.
And then it's just caveman.
It's all ridiculous. And I'm just saying we have to use our, that's right, A1 Drizzy, flat power. Shout out to all my Flat Panthers. We have to use our minds and and be logical about this. Like anything that you cannot like reproduce in a smaller version and all of that, if it's not measurable, observable, and repeatable, it's pseudoscience. So now please show me where you can make water stick to a spinning ball. Pour water over a ball and make it stick all the way around as it spins at a high speed. Even if it's not spinning, you can't.
I'm not 100% sold on flat Earth. I can't say I am.
Okay.
Because
I saw y'all post something that made me think, these guys.
No, you know what? Yo, listen, I watched like some 5-hour documentary thing.
We was going back and forth.
I was
right.
going to him and saying,
you need to talk to me because I know a lot. Like,
did our African ancestors?
Of course they
agree
knew. Of course, this was
they
Newton
circumnavigated the Earth though. So how did they sail around the Earth?
Because you're sailing around the Earth. We're not saying that it's not a circle. We're saying it's not a ball. So you can go around your block.
What's underneath it though?
What's underneath?
Now here's the thing, right? Y'all want us to answer questions that they won't even allow us to explore. So now when we get to a point where I have to honestly say, I don't know. I don't know. But I'm not going to lie to you. And make some shit up like they do. What's at the edge of where's the edge of outer space?
I don't think it's comprehensible to us what's on the edge of whatever.
And it's also comprehensible how deep the ocean is. Because I just saw something on that today of like how deep the oceans are. And they're like unfathomably deep. Like it's crazy how deep some of these fucking oceans are. And what's under that? I don't know. But just because I don't know that doesn't mean that certain absolutes like water always finds its level. Water must always have a container. Those are just facts. That's like we all must breathe air. Like that's something that you can't get around. And how are you going to have level water on a curved surface?
But aren't there like certain mathematical gravitational elements at play that we don't understand? You know what I mean?
You see, that's the bullshit. That's to make you believe that. You see?
But you see all the things that you're talking about. How you can't
gravity. If you take gravity out of the equation, it all falls apart. Gravity is what's called an ad hoc explanation. Once you take gravity out of the equation, it all falls apart. There is no gravity. There's only density and buoyancy. If something the apple drops and hits my man on the head, that gravity pulled it down. No, because if it went into a different medium, if it went into now the water, if that same apple now dropped into the water, it's going to float because the medium around it is heavier than that apple. So it's not dropping anymore. So if the medium is heavy, that's why bees are able to defy gravity and houseflies and tadpoles and anything that swims through the ocean. If gravity was really holding the ocean down, then how the fuck does fish swim? How are we able to walk? Like, it's ridiculous. Gravity's supposed to attract big things are supposed to attract little things, right? Little particles. Why don't we have dust particles spinning around us? Gravitate. Why don't we create our own gravity? Because that's some bullshit. It's not true. It doesn't happen.
So what do
you
think
don't get
about
a big rock and little rocks start spinning around it.
Do you think the sun is in our atmosphere?
Yes, absolutely. It's not 93 million miles away. You would not have sunspots. It's ridiculous to even think that. And it's all bullshit math. So it got to be 93 million miles away, but it got to be 10 times as big. And then,
So then
to explain the fact that Polaris doesn't move. Huh?
You know that, like, obviously they go back and forth with the sun setting. So
across
on the flat Earth model, it's just getting further away. They're saying
just going for its perspective. That's
so.
all.
Why does it appear to go down below the ocean?
Perspective, my brother. Just like when you look down a hallway, you look down a long hallway, it seems that it's getting smaller at the end, but it down there is not small. It's the same size as the front of the hallway. It's just your perspective, my brother. And at some point, okay, because of atmosphere and all of that, and your human eye can only see but so far. The further you get, the atmosphere is like a pane of glass. So as you go further, it's like you have more panes of glass that eventually the pane of glass, all those panes of glass will obstruct your vision. So you're not going to be able to see to the other side of the fucking earth or anything like that. And at some point, the sun is going to seem to go out of your perspective, but it's not going down or anything like that. It's not traveling down. It's just traveling further away.
Everything I've seen on that is, they'll use the biggest cameras they've got, and
I'll send you something.
The sun doesn't go smaller as it's moving downward. The sun doesn't go smaller in size. It's always at the same size, and then it goes out completely out of shot like that.
You know what? We could trade some of this information.
And you think that's proof of being on a ball?
Proof, but it's something that we can see happening.
But we can also see that when we look up, the sun and the moon look about the same size. We can also see that. We can see that. The sun doesn't look humongous the way they tell us it is. When we look at them, they look about the same fucking size. Be honest with yourself. We also don't feel ourselves spinning at 1,000 miles an hour. Let's talk about senses.
You don't feel yourself
talk about our
fast
senses
when you're on a plane, though?
Or in a car, or
well, that's when you're in a closed system. Stop that. That's the false argument.
That's what they're saying.
You have to have rebuttals, man.
Hang on. If you were on top of the plane, see, they're claiming that we're not enclosed. We're saying that there's a dome and all of that. They're saying that it's open. That this is an open ball exposed to the endless vacuum of space, and somehow we still have a pressurized atmosphere, even though we're not enclosed. So when you're on a plane, when you're in a car, you are enclosed. There is a roof. That's why the inertia, you're going with the plane and all of that, blah, 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 blah. Get on the top of the plane, like what they're talking about. They said we're on the earth. We're not in, they're not saying we're in the earth. They're saying we're on the earth. So now if you're on something that's spinning at 1,000 miles an hour, motherfucker, you're going to feel. Don't say it's too big, because I felt an earthquake when I was out in Cali. So it wasn't too big to feel no earthquakes. I should not be too big to feel the spinning. Where's the 1,000 miles an hour winds? How come I can't go up in a helicopter for an hour and land somewhere else? Because the earth is spinning under me, because it's not. That's why. Okay. These are all shit that you didn't fucking think about. How do you land a plane on a moving target? Answer me that. See, these are all things you can't answer. You can't answer because it's not possible. It's not possible. It's ridiculous almost when you think about it.
No, I do feel some of the points.
I hear some of the points.
Well, you see, Jamar, without, you see, like the thing that you're saying at the beginning, that, it takes away that we're center of attention and that we matter and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
I still feel like you can believe that and believe that the world was created and still it will still be a globe. It doesn't have to be flat.
How? But it does. But see, first of all, why do you want it to be a globe so bad? Like what benefit do you get
with everything that you look out of?
But see, that's not true. That's so not true.
Why would
now here's the thing.
And the sun
only the moon and the sun
and
are hang on. Only the moon and the sun are circular. The other planets are not circular. Those images that they give you, right, of Saturn and Jupiter, when you really look at them through a P90 camera and all that, they are
changing both.
They are not. They're not circles. Now hang on. Hang on. Now listen to this. Even if they were, right, that don't mean what we're on is round. Let's give an analogy. I'm standing on a pool table. I'm looking out. All I see is round pool balls. Right? But what shape is the pool table? Am I to assume just because I look out and see all these round balls that I'm standing on the same thing? Only if I was fooled to think that I was the same thing. But it's not.
But
it's not.
You'd have to have some evidence.
I'm on a flat, square surface looking out at round things. That has nothing to do with what I'm standing on.
If we was talking about perspective, though, us as human beings, like, I think that me driving to London that takes me about 2 hours to drive to London.
Right.
On the map.
There's square miles, right? There's square miles. How come you don't measure things in round miles? Why do we measure things linear? These are linear miles.
How could it be round now? How could we measure round now?
You tell me. Y'all the ones
the floor's still flat. Don't get me wrong. The floor is still flat.
So now listen, if it is a ball, then we should see visible curvature 8 inches for every square mile. For every square mile, there would be visible curvature, my friends, according to y'all's equation. But you don't see it ever. Ever. Like, think about it. Like, they say Australia is down under. Do you really think these motherfuckers is walking upside down
that's
on a ball?
Well.
Huh? What?
That's perspective as well. Because sometimes when it's night for
brother,
us, and it's night out here. But I'm sure
if you have a ball, I'm sorry, but there's gonna have to be a top of the ball, a side of the ball, and the bottom of the ball. The ball is spinning in this kind of way. So you're saying that there's land all around this ball, even on the bottom. Then they're saying Australia is down here. Don't say it's perspective, brother. We got to say what they're saying. They're saying that they're down under. They're down under the ball. That's why they call it that. So you have to believe that people are walking upside down. It rains upwards. And all because of gravity. You have to believe that.
So how do you explain?
People are walking sideways in other parts of probably in Britain and America. You know, we're walking sideways.
How do you explain the Dogon tribe, the African Dogon tribe, and they knew about Sirius B?
What does that have to do with?
Wait there, because there's as well as the solar cycle, where the sun is the Earth is rotating around the sun, and all the planets are rotating for a second. The sun is also rotating around a greater sun, so it does its cycle as well. That's 25. This is what Africans have. They have noted this down.
We need to talk to these, because if that's what they're saying, that's some bullshit. I don't think that's what they're saying.
25,000.
All I know of is that these people located a star that these motherfuckers
they got that from the ancient Egyptians.
Know about for a long time.
Yeah, because
now you're giving them a cosmology that I've never heard of, that I would have to talk to them directly and see. And guess what? They could be wrong. They could be wrong, because I know for a fact we don't live on no fucking ball. Ain't nobody. If we come from stars, it's in a spiritual type of sense where we're connected.
Biblical.
Where each one of us may be connected to a star spiritually in some kind of
it's quite a biblical,
some kind of spiritual way, but it ain't no
permanent in the Bible.
Spaceships. Yeah, well, the Bible is a flat Earth book, so if you believe in the Bible, then you have to believe in flat Earth.
I personally, I'm not too sure about the Bible. I can't lie.
Okay, I mean,
I can go into that.
There's a lot of good and bad. There's a lot of truth and lies, and that's what makes it so compelling. That's why it's been around for so long, because they mix truth with falsehood, and it's the truth that'll pull you in.
What I go into is the actuality of the book itself being printed. So for the book to be printed, it has to have the invention of it to be printed. Do you agree? You have to have the technology. You have to have the technology for it to be replicated, and mass produced. The first invention of mass producing books was the Gutenberg printing press, which was
who says
that's what it was. It was because before that it was scribes. Before that, it was scribes, thousands, hundreds of thousands.
Are we sure? See, this is where we're taking a lot of people's word on shit. We're taking a lot of people's word. They're saying that there was no wheel and all this kind of. There were no lasers and all of that, but we're seeing like ancient shit where it's like, ain't no way they chiseled this with a fucking rock. Like I believe there's nothing new under the sun.
Yeah,
okay.
I agree.
Trust me, I believe there was technology that we have right now that existed back then that they're not letting you know existed. So all of this shit about the printing press, listen to the name Gutenberg.
Exactly.
It was the Gutenberg was the first one.
But not for us, not for Africans, because they had scribes. They had hundreds of.
What I'm saying is, who's to say we didn't have a printing press? Like, do you really think these motherfuckers were the first ones to figure anything out? No, when we've been here for so long, and they just got here, and all of a sudden they figured this out and that out. And come on,
what took them out of the dark ages. The printing press is what took them out of the dark ages.
Right, but we was good. We already was. What I'm just saying is, we can't take none of this shit on face value, bro. Like all of this shit that they taught us. This is shit that you learned in school. Let's keep it real. Like they taught you all of this shit about outer space in 3rd grade so that it would just be a done. You wouldn't question it. You just feel like, oh, well, they know better. Because they're the new priest. Like science is the new religion. And back then you felt like you had to go to the priest to be connected to God. Well, now you feel like you got to go to the scientist to be connected to science. It's scientism and not real science, and that's what we have to get away from.
But you see, Jamar, like in say like with the germ theory thing, a lot of that information is coming. It is coming from scientists who are going against the grain. It's not just people like me and you who don't really have no background in that field.
Right. And you have people in this field as well who are scientists that are doing the same thing.
Can you direct us to any people in the flat earth field that are, people of and scientists in that field? Because all I've seen, because I don't like to do the credentials thing.
But you're doing it right now. But you're doing it right now.
I'm doing it because I use it for myself in germ theory. Because if there was no actual scientists and virologists and microbiologists in germ theory that are attacking germ theory, I probably wouldn't be on it. Just like
here's the thing.
It's just Bob and Jim and them.
We're all our own scientists, bro. We're all our own.
I have some degree of
Science. How is science done? Through observation, through repeating shit. Anybody can do that. See, they fucked you and fucked your mind into thinking, oh, you got to go to this school and that school.
Nah.
And
Look,
I've
don't
been
get
trained.
twisted.
I've been trained in this bullshit.
That's not how we're thinking at all. Don't get it twisted because we're very open-minded.
But listen, what I'm saying is
like that with this stuff. Honestly.
What I'm saying is there's plenty of people, especially you got to understand why people in academia would even have a certain frame of mind. You understand that people like the Rockefellers and the Vanderbilts have paid to steer education down a certain pathway to where any now 100%. So-called expert in the field, they can't even get funding. You see how you 100%. Guys, how it will be harder 100%. For you to get funding because of what you talk about. You guys are so talented. If you shut your mouth and just put a dress on and put, did everything that they wanted you to do, I bet you'd have funding tomorrow. You see what I'm saying? It's the same way in the science shit. But now if you start talking that other shit and you think you're going to get you some funding from the government and all, it's not going to happen. And that's why science doesn't go anywhere, because it's all contingent upon if I'm saying the right thing for the people that's funding me. So you can't always act like, well, if somebody in this with super credentials is not verifying this, then it's some bullshit. I just gave you a bunch of layman shit that you don't have to be a scientist to think about and go research on your own. I just asked you, please explain to me, if it's spinning, why can't I go in a helicopter for an hour and come down somewhere else? You said it's spinning. Please just explain.
I couldn't answer that right now, but I reckon I could find a logical explanation.
Please, you're not going to, but try.
Because we've been there.
Because you know
he's come to me and said, "What's this?"
Let me.
And then honestly, I don't know.
You know how I got into this?
Yeah,
I thought it was ridiculous.
He
was where you at right now.
I thought it was ridiculous, and I said, I'm going to disprove this.
Yes.
And it sucked me down the rabbit hole. Obviously, you didn't go far enough. It sucked me down. I
was sending that to everyone. I was
like, bro, this is some real shit. Like, I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Like, they have shown, because it's about showing and proving. We're not just taking people's word for some shit. Like, all of this shit that y'all are basing, planets and round or what, if everything else, all of this is some shit that NASA, Satan, T- people, okay? Because NASA is just Satan mixed around, dropping the T. That's why when they do a countdown, T- something such, T- this, because they took the T out of NASA, out of Satan to make NASA.
Damn.
Deep, that is. They say T- as well. Damn. I didn't even think, T-? Oh shit.
Anyway,
this shit off, man. You got us, man.
Oh my god. Now you know what? I've watched a lecture on like Satanism, and it was from an ex-Satanist priest called Mark Passio, and he was actually talking about NASA and the different symbols that they use, and he was explaining them and showing that they have some weird badges.
So NASA, never a straight answer.
Weird.
Ain't that like everything they show you is animation? And it's funny, you're in the animation world. You know about that. It's animation and fucking
a lot of the things are suspect. Like don't get me wrong. Like all those astronauts where they like got the wires and they're like.
I've sent him loads of these
and all
videos,
that shit. I'm like, why are they doing that? I'm like,
Do you have Photoshop?
Yeah, all that, man.
So when I first bought Photoshop, what's the first thing that they like have you work on? Like, what's the first sample thing that they had you work on?
What do you mean? Like just cutting you out?
It was in outer space. Fucking, I can't make this shit up. The first thing that they had, like, for you to fuck around with
the tutorial
on Photoshop, like when you're trying to learn how to do is some outer space shit where you could put planets and fucking all kind of shit. And I'm like, Yo, these motherfuckers can't be like, they're just showing you in plain sight what the fuck they do. It's all some bullshit, bro. I'm telling you. Like, we don't live on a ball. We're not spinning at 1,000 miles an hour. Because there's not just 1,000 miles an hour. There's also, we're supposed to be chasing the sun, which is going through, which is going through the universe at like 600,000 miles an hour. And then there's some other shit that's supposed to be like there's 3 different speeds, bro, and they're all super high, and yet we feel none of them. Come on, bro. Even when you're in a plane, you know you're moving. You know you're moving. Okay, you still might have the inertia, but if you close your eyes, you know you're moving. So cut the fucking shit. Cut the bullshit. Yeah, I could throw an apple up inside the plane, and the apple will come right back down to me because of inertia of being inside of a closed system. That's another thing. In order to have a pressurized atmosphere, you must have pressure. You must have a covering. What do you think a pressure cooker is? How does a pressure cooker work? You put a top on that motherfucker, close the top, so that the pressure will build up and cook whatever's inside the shit. Once you open the top, there is no pressure.
It's a shame we can't do these experiments. These like be able to like, go to space and shit. You know, like no, I mean like
that's where there's certain shit. That's what I'm saying. They won't let you go to Antarctica. They won't let you to go to Antarctica and explore that, because that would prove a lot of shit if we were actually able to do that. But somehow they've got a treaty with all these nations where they can't agree on nothing else. Because they can't agree on nothing else, but they can agree that
if someone wants to risk their own life to go explore the world, why can't they? Who says you can't allow to go there?
How can they let that Admiral Byrd do it before? They let them
right,
do it back in
and
the
then
day.
nobody could do it after him.
It don't make no
because
sense,
he came back with some stories. He came back with some stories that they don't want told. That's all I'm saying, man.
Maybe we can get you on our podcast and we could do a part 2 and see if I can debunk a little bit of this.
I'd be loved.
We'll bring you to
There's no way you can debunk anything that I'm telling you. Like I've researched this to the hilt. Like I have no doubt. There's no like.
Never
no
say
one
never,
can
B.
shake me. See these Kyrie Irvings and all these other, they haven't studied to the level of me. That's why I know. But when I say it, people don't really go at me and try to act like I'm fucking crazy because I know too much. Like I really have too much information on this to where they'd rather not even talk to me about this shit because I bring up too many good fucking points and make people actually want to go and fucking study this shit for real. Because I'm telling you, I got in this to debunk it. That's what it was. I was like, this is fucking ridiculous. How are we even talking about this right now? And the more I studied, the more I realized, oh shit, these motherfuckers will lie to us at such a fundamental level so early in life for so long that it's mind-boggling. But then it makes sense. Like it makes sense if they could lie about that and then lie about dinosaurs and evolution. Like they can lie about anything with a straight face, look you right in your face and just lie. Yeah, and so when you have people people, they'll look at you and say, I don't do anything to children. And they be the number one. You see? It's the same people. They lie the same way. Are you kidding me? I would never. And meanwhile, they're ordering pizzas and all this, you know.
Yeah.
Bro. And these are the people. And also, it's like when you realize, so hang on, we've been trusting all these governments. And all of y'all is in on this shit. Like anybody that has a space program and showing you pictures of a globe and all that type of shit, because the globe and the cross go together too. You'll see them together a lot too. Notice that. Bro. It's just like, oh shit. So of course they would lie about this. They'll lie about how you get things. They'll lie about whatever. Because they've been lying on such a fundamental level for so long. And we have to realize
what's the gain. The gain for them lying about the other things, like it's clear because they can sell the treatment.
This sets up the game. This sets up the other lies. You see, you need a foundational lie for the other ones to rest upon.
I think this like kind of sets up. It's like it's quite biblical, as I said. Like it's in the Bible. So if they can sell you on the fact that it is a firmament and we are enclosed, then it's.
Thank you, Dwayne Rhodes. He said, "I would like to learn more about flat Earth."
Yeah, man. Well, you're in the right space.
Check out, you got check out my man Eric Dubé on YouTube. He's got a lot of great information.
But yeah, as I was saying, like
Brother Sanchez,
the biblical aspect. Who controls the Bible? Who controls what was in the Bible?
Probably the devil.
Wow.
Think about it. You see what I'm saying? Like the Bible's supposed to have God's word in it, but right now these people are twisting and turning and all kind of shit. And they said it's supposed to be a war between, you know what I mean, God and the devil. So now if God says it's flat, he's gonna do everything is about doing the opposite of nature. You see, so now we're eating artificial foods. You know, you have a raspberry flavored candy rather than eat a real raspberry. You know what I mean? Like you have artificial intelligence instead of real intelligence. You know what I mean? Like, so if God says it's flat, oh no, it's round.
What do you think about
if God creates a man and a woman? Oh no, you were misgendered. God made a mistake.
Yeah,
God made a mistake. You're really a girl inside a boy's body. You're really a boy inside a girl's body.
No, that's ridiculous.
Damn.
You see, because God makes a bunch of mistakes, and yeah, but man is this is all part of evolution, man. It's because that we're smarter as people. That's why we accept LGBT, and that's why we're gonna accept pedophiles and stuff too. And then we're gonna accept also bestiality, because can't leave them out.
All of this stuff
can't leave them out. They've always felt an attraction towards animals. They've always felt it. Huh?
They did this historically. The Greeks and the Romans did the same things. They've got artwork where they
and they also and a lot of them were Satan worshippers. And see, you have a lot of
they worship Pan, wasn't it? It was Pan rather than Satan. So Pan's the primordial.
A rose is still a rose, even by any other name.
No.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. They've derived from that, is what I'm saying.
And an evil deity is an evil deity. You know what I mean? And if they're trying to trick you into, you know what I thought about? Especially people that eat meat and shit like that. And I still eat chicken, so I'm included. But imagine if we found out that all the meat that was being slaughtered for us to eat was actually being sacrificed to like a demonic deity.
That's what it is, though.
Right.
That's what it is when you think about
what
it is.
If you knew this for sure, would you still eat it? Like if you knew that every burger that you ate was like preyed upon by like a satanic, like this burger is for Satan. Like, you know what I mean? Like this, I kill this chicken in the name of Satan. And you knew that. Would you still eat the shit?
I'll tell you something weird. I was doing a photo booth at someone's house. It was quite a wealthy man's house. And one of his rooms was a death room. He had a death room. Like it had all like crosses. And
yeah, she is.
It was it was quite dark. And I asked him what he did. I was like, what do you do? And he's like, he was a butcher. He was butcher. He had a death room.
People who butchers are semi-psychopaths.
Yo,
They got
look how much death he goes through.
Butchers are semi-psychopaths.
they gotta be like they're just the cows. They're upside down.
No compassion at all, man.
Zero. So that's what I'm more concerned about. I'm more concerned about. I don't care if it's being prayed over in a satanic way. It's the act of taking that life that.
So wait, you don't mind if your meat that you're eating is being prayed over in a satanic way? That wouldn't bother you? You don't think that there would be a certain energy in the meat?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
because water has memory.
Like if you had the choice to have satanic meat and unsatanic meat, like
I don't eat meat anyway, but I would eat the unsatanic meat, of course.
Right.
Satanic meat for sale. Who wants your satanic meat?
I got that satanic meat.
You want a satanic burger? I want one of these satanic burgers.
Extra bloody. Extra bloody.
You got any Antichrist on that shit?
Some fried Antichrist.
All right, this one gonna get
yo, how'd we get here? I don't know. We here now though.
That's what you get when you mix Lord Jamar with a Bantics.
Yeah,
okay, you get some fucking
go some rabbit hole.
Bantics. I don't know what the hell, but yeah. So I'm just saying, man, it's a lot of lies and here's the thing. As somebody who, because people always say, why would they do this, da. I'm not the perpetrator. See, a lot of times you have to ask the perpetrator why they would do something. You know, people get stabbed and shot, and a lot of times we don't know the motives fully unless you rock with this motherfucker. Like, I don't rock with them fully, so I don't fully know their motives, but I can kind of deduce some of their motives.
There's certain situations where you get inkling of why they're doing certain things because it's for control or
Icy Saracen. I would not eat roadkill.
Yeah, but you see what once you see what he said there about eating roadkill.
Yes,
that's natural meat that's died. So that really should be the way that people should eat meat. Do you understand? Because people are slaughtering these animals. That's died naturally of natural causes, even if it's roadkill. That's the meat that people should be eating rather than going and slaughtering something that's just going about his business and taking that life innocently. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We see it differently.
Yes.
We see it differently.
And you know why you wouldn't want to eat roadkill? Because they make you think that it's dirty.
Yeah, exactly.
It has germs.
Exactly.
And so now you're excluding me, right? You're excluding me from getting food on my own. Now I have to go to you.
Exactly.
I have to go to your supermarket to get this same shit that just died on the side of the road but you had to kill it in the name of Satan. And I could have got it free.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
You see a dead deer on the road, you'd be like, jackpot, yeah, buddy, take this home.
No, but for real, people do that. Like, people really do that.
And they would have done that for long times, for a long time. Do you know what I mean?
Right, as long as it wasn't out there too long and start stinking and all of that type of shit.
Yeah.
Like,
that's on you if
you
want
some good meat right here.
It's true.
Good meat on this motherfucker.
But put some steak on it. Put some burrito, baby.
One on that bitch. But yeah, man. So listen, I know we've been on here for a little minute, man. This is this has been a good one. Anything that y'all want to say to the people? Any shout outs to people? Any inspiration you want to give to up and coming filmmakers? And because part of y'all story, I feel like, is oh, what up, God Level? Oh, they said it's called bushmeat when you found the roadkill. You know, a lot of people say, oh, I want to do this. I want to try my hand at that. And they don't do it. They don't just take this. They always come up with excuses of, well, you know, we would need more cameras. You know, we need, you know, this and that. And it's just like, just shut the fuck up and just do it and just see what happens. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like that's part of y'all's message. Like y'all didn't, you're not waiting around for nobody. Y'all are just doing your shit. You're creating your, you know what I mean? You're not going to wait for somebody to cast you in something and notice your brilliance or whatever. Like, y'all are taking situations into your own hands. And I think that's very valuable.
Respect, man. Yeah, man. And there's a lot of people that we're getting to know now in the industry, and we're still kind of like, we're not trying to beg for a handout and things, you know what I mean? Like, we're still trying to do our own thing and trying to.
But we haven't collaborated with that many people, to be fair. We just end up just doing it both of ourselves because, like you said, like it's relying on other people, and we're not super organized with it as well at the same time. So we
kind of get together, right?
We understand each other to do it. You know what I mean? But then if we add another person in without them being on the same wave, they have to be on the same wave for us to collaborate with them, basically.
Right.
So you kind of messes up the vibe.
Yeah. So you've tried to, you see, and make sure, you know, like, because sometimes other YouTubers will hit you up and want to do shit together, like. And if that's the case, make sure they're at the same level.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Of quality that you're at. Like, where you're not just throwing them a bone.
Respect the art.
Yeah, man. Yeah. There's one guy called Monkway. He's one of our one person from the UK. We're gonna do some more skits with him as well. He's on it. Like, he appreciates it as well. He appreciates the art that we do. And he does some good work as well, man. Some really good work. So
where'd you film the Paid in Fill one? Is that all green screen?
Nah.
That was just in the flat,
Yeah, in my apartment, and then like outside and some green screen. Like when you're in the car.
Yeah, in the car part, just to try and make it look authentic.
Yeah.
We dabble with bits and bobs, and try to do it. It looks good when it's real. So some of that stuff on the Balenciaga video, that's actually Dwayne actually printed out pictures rather than it all being green screen. So he printed out pictures and put them on the. How did you do that?
Yeah, and just put it on the table and just recorded it, make it look all funky and stuff like that. So we got some techniques.
Yeah, that was cold. That was cold.
Yeah, I mean, and that's attention to detail right there. Like, that's going that extra mile to really make the shit, you know, super dope.
Yeah, man. It's been a great talk, man.
Yeah, man. It's been really good, man.
Hold up.
Is that bully? You got a bully back there?
Yeah, that's a bully pit.
I got 2 bullies. I have.
Oh yeah, I heard some barking. I told them. I said, yeah, we got some dogs over here too.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Looking good.
What's y'all's IG and all that again? What's it? The Bantics Show?
Yeah, just at the Bantics Show.
Yeah, we did get a lot of followers, man, from you just posting that. So really appreciate you, like, even just showing us love, man. Honestly, we really do appreciate it, because not that, like, we do get love sometimes, but not as like,
it's not organic. Like we've never had to be like, yo, bro, can you just throw this up? You know what I mean? It's like, bam, yo, don't you want?
Exactly. I think I messaged you and asking about like sending it to you. You already posted it, and I was like, what? It's like, yo, it's posted it.
Because I feel like I hadn't seen y'all in a minute. You know. Now tell me, were y'all shadow banned and all this? Because I know I've been shadow banned before. Like, you probably were. I'm telling you. There's a lot of people that I used to see in my timeline all the time, and then all of a sudden it's like, where'd they go? You know what I mean? You got people right here, right now, that'll testify, you know, they've signed up for the notification bells and all that type of shit, and they don't always get a notification. You know what I mean? I'm like, hopefully you're doing it right. Make sure you click all, people, when you click that notification bell. But and they said they did that, and yet they still not getting notifications. I'm like, wow, that's some real sucker shit. You know, this is why we need all our own, you know what I mean? We need our own shit. We need our own platforms and all of that.
100%.
Because you have our, you know, we got our creatives and all of that, but You know, we really need people to come in, and when some good shit is happening, we need people to come in and fund that. Like this whole shit with Deion Sanders and the HBCUs and all of that.
American football, where the
college
coach
football
left.
shit. Yeah, so he left to go to basically to a white school that was gonna fund, support him better. Like
I seen Dr. Umar talking about this. I seen you talking on it as well, actually.
And he did a lot of good shit to bring attention to it, but he wasn't getting, he's spending a lot of his own money, and people weren't coming to the table to support some shit that they felt like was needed. You know what I mean? And trust me, people will feel like, yo, what y'all doing is needed. All right, well, yo, we need motherfuckers to come to the table and support this type of comedy, filmmaking, sketches, whatever you want to call it. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, because this needs to be in the atmosphere too. All right, y'all want to talk about this shit over here? That's cool, but we have to balance things out. You know what I mean? Everything can't be, just one thing.
Yeah.
And one perspective, and you guys definitely have a perspective, on most things. I'm gonna get you.
We could.
I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna bring you home. Trust me, I'm gonna bring you home. But on most things, you guys are I'm with you, and you're on the right track. And I just want to keep it going, and hopefully this inspires y'all and let you know that I'm watching and I see it, and I'm telling you.
Don't forget about you, man. You ain't gonna forget.
Not just don't forget about me, but I'm just saying, like, I just can call shit. Like, I'm that guy. Like, I know how to spot some shit and be like, boom, that's gonna be that shit. Like, I seen Mike Tyson, a little special they did on him when he was 16 years old, and I was like, that dude right there. Watch. Yeah. I just, you know what I mean? And I've been doing that all my life. And this is just another thing, you know what I mean? Y'all are gonna be like, Dead Prez is a group that I discovered. Y'all is gonna be like the Dead Prez of, you know what I mean? Sketch comedy, filmmaking. Like, that's what you remind me of, like that, that kind of energy.
That'd be cold.
So yeah, everybody make sure y'all go to their IG, follow them on IG. Follow them on YouTube, the Bantics Show, and at the Bantics Show on IG. And just to be clear, my man on the left is Dubs, yes. And my man on the right, that's Dwayne, y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Respect, bro.
Big thanks for letting us, even on your platform, man. Really appreciate it.
No
really
doubt.
Definitely,
keep putting shit out, and we'll definitely have you back. And if y'all come to this side and decide to shoot some skits, you definitely got to hit me up. And
we'll come check you 100%.
And if I'm on that side, 100%. I'll let you know.
Where about you at?
I'm in Staten Island.
Okay.
So yeah, if you was in the New York City, I'm in New York City.
Okay.
Say no more, man.
Yeah.
Man.
So all right, man. This was another good one. Any last shout outs, anything like that?
Nah, man. Just thanks for all the listeners today. Yourself, Lord Jamar. Yeah, man. Just like you said, follow us on the Bantics Show. We're gonna 2023. We're gonna go even harder. More series, some short films. Definitely on the conscious tip as well. Do you know what I mean? So,
yeah, man, 100%. And speaking of conscious, you're saying about conscious music. I've got a cousin called Creezon. Want to just plug him a little bit.
Creezon,
his name is.
Yeah, big.
Okay.
He's conscious and he's a rapper and he's very talented. He's only 19, but he's very talented.
But he's from over there.
Yeah. But he talks some deep.
Okay, we like to hear it because, that's one thing that I feel, in the film world, they definitely got us messing with like British actors, but still I feel like in music, we're still very egocentric, and we're very we're not ready to let other people in from outside of American culture. So you have to be pretty dope, and you know, saying some shit that resonates. So send me something, you know what I mean? Send me a link or something.
Yeah, man.
And I'll tell you what I think.
Yeah, man. 100%.
Yeah. Oh shit, my man Truly Zambian is in the house. He's from over there. He said, "Oh snap, I got on here too late. Just caught the end of the show." Well, we see you, Truly Zambian. See, I've been trying to do it earlier so people like you from you know, Great Britain and all of that can log on and shit. What time is it over there? Like what, 9 o'clock?
10 p.m.
10 o'clock.
It's turning 10 p.m. Yeah.
We started at like 8 o'clock, right? Your time.
Yeah. It's a good time, to be fair.
It's a good time, right?
Yeah.
It is. So yeah, I definitely want to, you know, keep this up. I'm gonna start going earlier on my lives because, like I said, the analytics is telling me that's the time that people on. So that's what we're gonna do. All right. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, Dubs and Dwayne from the Bantics Show. Let's clap it up for them. Thank you, brothers, for coming through.
Yeah, man.
One love.
Good time, man.
All right, y'all. That yeah, that was a good one, y'all. Now mark my words. You see, I know what I'm talking about. Those two brothers right there, super talented. And I'd love it if this was the first time that you ever heard of them, and get on to them and start loving their shit, and you know what I mean? And then somehow, you know, by you talking about them, and that leads to some shit. And then we all fucking, you know what I mean? Make it a win-win for everybody. God damn it. Let's clap it up for win-wins. Let's clap it up for the win-win. Truly Zambian said, peace at, you know what I mean, Godcast. I've been away in Ethiopia. Whoa. Just got back to the UK a few days ago. Wow. Kind of would like to hear about that. It was that Ethiopia. What y'all doing in Ethiopia? What going on out there? Beautiful Mind said, thank you for this. Yeah, trust me. I'll be dropping the jewels. I see Saracen said, Lord, you should bring in Kanye. You think I didn't already try to get Kanye? You think I didn't hit up my man Consequence and said, yeah, tell your man Kanye, I won't cut his fucking interview off. You can say whatever you want to say. But you know, I don't know if our platform's big enough for the Yay Meister. But yeah, we'll see. Yes, Lord Jamar discovers great shit. Let's put it out there. Dead Prez. Well, I've discovered groups that I didn't fully get credit for, like Artifacts, fucking Black Rob. Shit, I was fucking with DMX before DMX was fucking with Def Jam and all of that type of shit. Stove God Cooks, my most recent. Shout out to my man 1159. Yeah. Yeah, see, everybody's like Stove God Cooks. Y'all know what time it is. I've been told y'all about Cooks. And now he bubbling. RJ Payne. RJ Payne is another one, you know. Can we get Stickman on the show? Yes, we can get Stickman on the show. Absolutely. Shout out to my brother Sticky Icky. Oh, all right. I think it's time for me. I'm about to have me a coffee. I didn't get to shit. What happened with the World Cup? Who won? Did France beat Morocco? Is that what happened? Somebody let me know. Yeah, I know. Ah, yes, France won, huh? What's up, Ep? Viva la France. Yep, Mad Squabbles. That's another one. He said, I found Mad Squabbles through Jamar. Yep. Only the dope shit over here. So I guess this would be my first filmmakers / sketch comedians that I fucking called it with. Like, I gotta do my man. Shout out to my man Delight. This kid was just a talented kid that used to come to my crib when I lived in Brooklyn. He had gone through some things where I think the industry almost, ate him up and spit him out. And he was almost broken. I was like, man, you're super talented, man. Like, keep doing your shit, man. And fast forward, I just got in contact with this dude. I ain't seen him in years and found out this dude ended up producing for Janet Jackson and Busta Rhymes and all kind of R&B shit he produced. I'm like, wow. Yeah. She said Africans were playing for France, though. That's right, Ayana. Shout out to Goddess Ayana in the house. First of all, I just want to say whenever you hear ish, that means them motherfuckers ain't really from there. They're not really who they're trying to pretend they are. So I'm just saying, British, Swedish, Danish, all the ishes. There's that other ish. There's that other ish that people get in trouble for. But I'm just saying, whenever there's ish, it means kind of, sort of. Scottish, Irish. So who are the original people from those regions? Something to look into. Somebody said Jewish. I'm just saying ish means kind of like, but not the thing. So just think about how many the other ish. Just think about how many ishes are out there. Like, you never heard African-ish, Mexican-ish. I never heard Italian-ish. I heard Spanish. Now, is a real person from Spain a Spaniard? And then the Europeans that came in are the Spanish. See what I'm saying? But all this ish, it just gives you something to think about. Ooh, Moorish. There's the Moors and the Moorish. Ooh, I'm just saying. Turkish. Why not just the Turks? Why are they Turkish? Who are the Turkish people? Yeah, just some food for thought, y'all. Well, listen, I'm about to get out of here. I appreciate y'all for coming through. I'll be back next week. I'm not sure. I might come with a very strong guest, but I'll let you know. I'm not going to tease nothing just yet. But once again, if you haven't, make sure you click like. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, click that notification bell, and click all. We soon come back. Said I dropped some jewels tonight. Why, thank you, Divine Unique. All right. What, there's 172 of y'all. I don't know how many of y'all came through for the whole thing, but right now, 172. Go follow my people at the Bantics Show. Go follow them right now. And I'm about to be out. Thank you. Y'all stay safe out there. Have a productive rest of your week. Great weekend. I'll see y'all next week. For the Godcast, I'm Lord Jamar. Peace. Thank you, Big Fish. Love right back.